A little bit of a later start today. It's about 5 to 9. I've just literally started, left the accommodation, and just walking past a little place called Duke of Cumberland where I had a meal last night. It was so nice. Had a great night's sleep last night. And the plan today is to follow the A6 for a little while and then come off and take some country roads and try and hunt out some paths. I've made the decision to already book some accommodation in Shap. Penrith is too far, it's about 29 miles away, and I just know myself, I'd probably try and make the full distance if I didn't book something. So I've committed myself to Shap, which is about 17-18 miles away, but there's some elevation as well, so hopefully things will work out well today. And day 31 from Lizard and day 28 from Land's End is underway. It's hard to believe that a month ago it was just the second day after Land's End. I was just leaving Penzance a month ago today. It's just bizarre how the last 2 weeks in particular have gone. 2 weeks ago I'd just left Bristol. It's just crazy. Here we go. Just coming out of Kendal right now, and that's the sort of sign I want to see. 15 miles to Shap. Won't be following the A6 for much longer. I need to come off as soon as this pathway disappears, whenever I can. Though I have been reassured that the A6 is quite wide for a mile or two onwards. But we'll see how we go. Skimmer? Yeah. We have a Skimmer's Dale in Merseyside, I guess, but slightly different spelling. Towards the end, not sure how you pronounce that one. Lovely view of Kendal from a distance. Quite quiet on this road actually, but I'm coming off very, very soon. Pathways run out, but there is a grass verge there that's got a little pathway on it that I need to come off now, and about a quarter of a mile is where I do so. Police just bumped into them when I lay by. That's the public pathway. I mean, so what I've done is I've just, for this few hundred metres, I've just walked on the road. Every time the cars come, I've just stepped off like so. And just over the brow of the hill, there should be an A road. Sorry, a B road I can walk into. Always good to see those signs. Just means it's going to be a relatively quiet road. I wonder if I was classed as a heavy goods vehicle when I started the trail. Certainly not now. Oh, that's encouraging. The Dales Ways. Oh, I'm actually on the Dales Way. That's the route that runs lateral from west to east or east to west. This is pretty cool. There should be a footpath soon. And here's the public footpath. Let's see what state this is in. It's pretty overgrown, but I managed to bypass it on a little field. Going over a stream now. And there's a little bridge here. And it does look as though it takes me to an open field. So let's see how we go. Well, it certainly beats road walking. A lot slower, who cares? Looks like I found the A6 again. Actually a place called ANZ Bank. It's not the name of the farm, it's actually the name of the whole area. So I'm just going alongside the A6 at the moment, and there should be a little track somewhere up here as well. So it's got about 200-300 metres here on the A6. Hardly any cars around, great views. Ellie's from Bradford, Aaron's from California. Yep. These guys are running it. I mean, I might as well pack up and go home back to New Zealand, I reckon. Good luck, guys. Really cool to bump into you. They're going from John O'Groats to Land's End, going the opposite direction, and we bump into each other, I reckon, at roughly the halfway point. I reckon it's the halfway point around about here. Kendal in the distance now. Nice meeting those guys, Aaron and Ellie. I've seen her advertised on the Land's End John O'Groats Facebook site. So Yeah, they're actually the first two walkers. Aaron was just support, so Abby's the first walker I've come across. She's gone in the opposite direction. And it's quite cool that it was literally, I reckon, around about the halfway point when we bumped into each other. She's on day 12. She's got a big support crew with her, she was saying. Nah, give that one a miss. There's an alternative route. I'm going to go on the road instead. Don't like the look of that, but I do like the look of that. A couple of 100 metres on the A road just there. And it's actually quite safe. There was concrete on the side of the road I could walk on. My little sniffer dog nose has told me there might be a little pathway that will take me another 3/4 of a mile or so towards the Shap direction. Not really, you know, all morning I've been roughly heading towards the Shap direction, so it's been quite good. It's been slow going, but it's been really enjoyable this morning. Probably going to be a medium to longish sort of day in the end, but hey, get there in the end. This is the sort of footpath that's a lot easier to walk on, says he, fumbling and stumbling. Oh, and look, a blue sky snuck up on me without me noticing. Got the sun lotion on before I left this morning. I'm hoodied up, so here we go. Got some buddies. Some stones on the, I guess it's been a long-standing pathway, this one. Unfortunately, this gate's taken me into some fields, some cows. So we'll we'll move rather promptly. Nice to see the cows and the sheep living so well together. Where the track has come out, and I've got to say, that's probably one of the best tracks I've found on the whole trail. That was so nice. I'm actually quite close to the A6 again, and I wasn't that far away on the track and I just couldn't hear anything. It was just wonderful. So my sniffer dog nose deserves a treat, so I'm just going to sit down and give myself a treat before I find the next track. Oh, it's actually there. And this track's turned into a little bit of a mini stream. A little bit wet underfoot. That's not a problem. Soon gets dry again. A nice little track too, and it's brought me straight out onto a little road. It actually says the track was the old Shap Road. Gosh, that's a bit of history behind it. And this is my next public footpath. The old Shap Road again. It's linked up again, and look, it's great too. How cool is this? Perfectly blue skies too. A little bit of a climb initially. But it's turning out to be a cracker of a day, not in terms of, just in terms of weather, but in terms of the fact that I thought I was going to have to do a lot more road walking. And this is turning out to be a pretty special day. Didn't realise I was that close to the A6. I could hardly hear the traffic with all the sheep noises, etc. Passed through quite a few farmers' gates, which has been cool. I'd love to be able to tell you how many, but probably about 20, but I can't count that high. Interesting that this road is a little bit damp and waterlogged, despite the dry weather of the last few weeks. And I did notice a few irrigation pipes, and I'm guessing that's the reason. So, signpost there, I've just reached the A6 again. Kendal 7 miles. Quite slow going actually, because I've been going for what? 3.5 hours, I guess. But it's been a really worthwhile route I've taken. It's just a case of what I do from here now, and I'm sure there's another little off-road route. A little snail trail there with the bikers just holding the heavy goods vehicles up. A few people getting impatient there. I'm going to have to walk on the road for about 300 metres now. Well, not the road, but the side of the road, the verge. I've just come off the old Shap road about 50 metres ago, and I bumped into Mark, who's got
holiday caravans for sale, touring caravans. This is Kendal Caravans. Really pleased to meet you, and I'm congratulating you on meeting the halfway point here at Kendal Caravans.
in about half a mile.
Half a mile from here, yeah.
And this is Max, who's coming the other way.
Hello, I'm going the other way.
How cool is this?
Look, we're meeting here. And I'm doing MSF. I'm past halfway.
And I'm not. He's gloating.
Yeah, I'm gloating. And I've had hellish weather. Hellish.
Oh, have you?
Mate, Scotland killed me. You're going for I hope you get better than I get.
Oh, thank you.
I really do. You've come up from the heat though, haven't you?
Look, when it was really, really hot, I just scheduled a rest day.
Yeah, wise man.
Kendal Caravans, you guys absolutely rock. That was so good. So I met Max, who's coming the other way, and I'm told that just after here is the halfway point. And Max has just crossed it. He's 77. He's going the other way. He's gone mainly road walking, which is pretty damn brave. There is a side road I could take here, but then I would miss the halfway point. So I'm going to stick on the road. There's plenty of places to step off the road. It's very safe around here. So I'm just going to do it. Stay on this A road because the halfway point is just at that bend ahead. There's no cars on here, so might as well. Now I'm told from Mark at the Kendal Caravans that this is the halfway point between Land's End and John O'Groats. I'm just so tempted to try it. There might be a private pathway, maybe I can't go up there, but man, look at that. That's so tempted to give that a climb. Let me have a little think. There's a parking spot just down the road, and I might just have a little look from there. It's been dead quiet on this road. Look at this. It's just awesome. It's amazing. Today might be just pushing it for the best day on the trail. Have to think about that. Some pretty cool moments today. This is the busy A6 apparently, and all I can hear is the stream. Middle of nowhere, and we've had a pavement for the last kilometre or so. It's very quiet, this road. Nice spot for a Scooby snack. Oh, I can hear a motorbike coming. I think I'm probably at the highest point I'm going to go to today, I'm guessing. I've done elevation of, I've done almost 550 climbing today with the undulation. I'm at about, well actually I'll tell you exactly, about 429 metres at the moment. I suspect that's the highest I'll get to, but it's been so good today. Let's just sniff out another pathway. Yay, I'll be able to come off the road in just a moment. Just whereabouts that red car is, don't know if you can see the sign. Yay. I thought this might be part of the old Shap road, and it is. So it's going to take me off the A road. Yay! Hurrah, hurrah, hurroo! Rugged, desolate, isolated. We all know what that means, don't we? Yeah, somewhere I reckon I'll leave myself. So this stretch of the old Shap road is fairly easy walking. It's taken me well off the A road, although occasionally, because of the, I guess the isolation on top here, you can hear the traffic occasionally, but it's just very peaceful here, otherwise. And really easy walking, as I say. Maybe not as isolated as I thought. Bit of action going on over there. So that's the A6 there. No traffic on it at the moment. I can see some in the distance, but this old Shap road goes on for quite a while. It's such a great little walk. See a little train in the distance. I've been watching those vehicles from a distance for a while, thinking that was the A6, and of course it's not, it's the M6, southbound and northbound. So I thought I might have to sort of head in that rough direction, and I don't. The small stretches have been on the A6, I felt very safe on this road. So I can't comment on the sections I haven't walked on, obviously, but there's just so little traffic. It's astonishing it's an A road. I reckon life would be pretty good if you were a road sign, if you had a view like that all day. And compare that to the road signs in Wigan. Goodness me. Oh, hurrah, hurroo, and it's not 4 o'clock yet. Welcome to Shap, stepping stone to the lakes and fells. So day 31 from Lizard Point and day 28 from Land's End. Just thought I'd show off my little bib. Feel like I'm a walking billboard. Thanks very much, Angela, for making that for me. Great day today. Yesterday was a toughie. Today was a really good day for it, and really, really enjoyed today. And it was made by Mark and his team at the Kendal Caravans, who were just fantastic. Arrived really quite getting a little bit dry. Needed my water bottles filling, and he filled it with fresh cold water from the spring, and then refilled them when I drank the first lot of water. So it was great. Also, just prior to that, I'd met Ellie, who was running and hoping to become the youngest female to run John O'Groats to Land's End in the opposite direction to myself. And then whilst I was with Mark, I met Max, who mentions he thinks he might be the oldest person to walk, and he was going John O'Groats to Land's End. So even though I've met 2 cyclists before, these were the first 2 walkers I've met on trail. So that was fantastic. And I met them within half an hour of each other. And good to find out what the official halfway point was, which was just north of where I met Mark. And meeting that team at Kendal Caravans was the real highlight of the day. And well, today I felt like a mountain goat. A mountain goat who'd been grounded for a couple of weeks for being naughty. And suddenly, after having walked the canals for a couple of weeks, had to do a little bit of climbing today, and did it's about 600 metres climbing, which wasn't too bad, but fortunately managed to take it in my stride, and really happy with that. Booked in deliberately tonight, so I wasn't tempted to go any further. And it's this really cool place called the New Ing Lodge, and it's like for walkers. The proprietor tells me it's a lot of coast-to-coast walkers who come here. And there's like a group meal tonight, which will be great, but they don't get many end-to-enders like myself. So it's like a real, I guess they'd probably pitch themselves at budget accommodation, but so friendly and so welcoming. So today was a really good day, one of the best. And that was day 31 from Lizard Point and day 28 from Land's End.